Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to video number 4. I just got out of the shower and I'm getting ready to go to a wedding cake tasting for my daughter's upcoming wedding. And I thought maybe I'd do this video in between getting ready because I wanted to get it posted as quickly as possible. I feel like it's a really super important topic. And that is the one that I promised would be video number 3. It's now video number 4. And that is not getting lost in our diagnosis. So while I finish getting ready, I'm going to keep going, with more on this topic so that we can get it covered and I can get it posted. So I'm going to get ready and talk to you guys as we go. So, what I mean by not getting lost in the diagnosis is that when we receive our diagnosis, a lot of times we'll go and read and learn more information, and the information that we find is usually negative, or our doctors always aren't the most positive people, and they tell us what's going to happen with the progression, and we read about what could happen or what's the norm to happen. For example, with PAH, a lot of times the first thing you pull up is that the survival rate is 2 to 5 years, more commonly 2 years when it's left untreated or the treatments don't work. And what I mean by not getting lost in our diagnosis is we begin to live out the diagnosis as it's read to us. And I do know people that were diagnosed at the exact same time as I was, with the same stuff, and everybody's different, I realize that. But instead of going and figuring out how to make their life better, they got lost in our diagnosis and they perpetuated it. So they lived it out exactly as it read. And some of those people that were younger than me, actually, with the same diagnosis, are actually no longer with us. And I believe that your mind plays a huge role in how you handle and how you help your body to handle disease. So that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I wanted to get more into. Okay, so just about ready here, but as I was saying, I find myself getting caught up in that when my diagnosis, all 3 of them came together. It was a bit overwhelming for the COPD, the PAH, and the congestive heart failure. And I found myself searching for information and finding pretty much negative stuff, and then the doctors were rushing me to see transplant specialists and things, which I didn't want any part of, and I still am not at a point where I'm ready to actually look at any of that stuff yet, and it's really because I feel like I have everything under control. So as I started to get caught up in all of this and all these diagnoses and listen to what was going to happen and everything, I found myself becoming more and more fearful of my future. And as I became more fearful, I felt my body reacting to the stress of all that, and I decided, you know what, I have to just take a step back. And what I thought in the process is, if I can't find anything positive regarding the diagnosis and everything, then I'm going to be my own positive. I'm going to, do everything in my power to make myself as strong as I can through this. Physically, body-wise, exercise, help my body with food, learn more about what helps and what doesn't, what foods are good and what they do for you. I would become my own positive instead of going down the rabbit hole the other way. And so as I started to do this and I became stronger and more able to do more stuff, and I kept digging for information, I started to find more positive stories out there of long-time survivors or people that had stabilized their condition. And now, since that and getting a grip on everything, one thing that helped me quite a bit was always instead of worrying about what's going to happen in the future or looking at the past and seeing what I couldn't do anymore, was to accept my new normal and be present in the moment. And if I stayed present in the moment, what I usually found was, right now I'm okay. So I just do as much as I can with what I have and stay present. And with that, I'm okay, and I'm doing really, really well. It's been, like I said, a couple of years out from, or a year and a half. In September it'll be 2 years since all of those diagnoses, since my hospitalization in 2015. And I have stabilized. In fact, I have gotten better. My pressures have gone down. My congestive heart failure is not even a part of the diagnosis anymore. My heart has returned to its normal size. So through all of this, I'm living a pretty normal life, and I think it's tied in a big part to my mental belief that I can live with this. So instead of getting overtaken by it. And that's what I wanted to really stress to anyone going through stuff, is that it's really like, if you're having a bad moment or a bad day, it's kind of like a blip in time. You know, your life is like this long, and then that moment is like one little line on your lifeline. And so then you'll look back at it and, oh, that wasn't so bad, I made it through it. And that's kind of, you know, how I take every day now. And with that, I am doing so much better, and I'm finding more positive people. I also told myself that I'm going to be the healthiest sick person anybody ever met. And with that, I have been doing great. The only thing that I can say, like, I still have trouble, obviously, with stairs and hills and, you know, carrying a lot of stuff, or I don't go anywhere fast, so I have to be very aware of time so that I don't end up rushing myself, because that makes me short of breath. And I have to be aware of the environments I put myself in, so I don't need to be around smoke or like campfire type stuff. You know, you just have to, because then that'll affect my whole rest of my day. So I try to, you know, be aware of my conditions and what I need to do to keep myself feeling well. And with that, I keep a positive mind frame. I keep my routine as normal as possible. I get up every day, I take a shower, get ready. Even if I'm staying home, I still go through and do all that stuff. Exercise on a daily basis. Whenever we're not working and me and my husband can get out together, we go do stuff. Just active. And if you can do that, keep yourself as close to normal as possible, you'll feel a lot less sick. And so that was the video that I felt was really important, is that people don't get caught up in a diagnosis, because the stress effects on your body can be detrimental to your health. And you can't change what's gonna happen in the sense of worrying about it, thinking about it constantly. That changes nothing. You can only change things by actively becoming involved, and we don't get active by sitting there thinking about what's going to happen. We get active by being present and doing stuff right now. So I hope that anybody that's watching that maybe is in the same position as me with an overwhelming diagnosis will take this to heart and put some thought into it. And if you haven't already started living, live again. Have fun, get out there, do stuff. The fresh air is amazing. now that spring is here, can start to get out more, and all of that will help make you feel better. So again, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go taste some cake, and I will see you on the next one. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and I will post again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.